I'm Peter Randall and I worked for the State Electricity Commission, started on the 6th of March 1950, worked in this building until I moved down to Epsom. My understanding is that when this building was built around about 1941, that the basement was an air raid shelter, and during the Second World War, if the building was bombed and they couldn't get out of the building, they used this escape tunnel which is down right in the bowels of the building. We're in the air raid shelter from the old Electricity Commission building, where people were ushered at the whim of the manager during the Second World War. When the manager decided, he would usher everybody in the building, including the public, down into this basement and this air raid shelter for a certain period, and this practice would happen from time to time. There was the building was either bombed or shattered, or they couldn't get out the front door. The idea was that they would crawl out through this tunnel here that came up in a lawn area back behind the current library building. They would crawl through, and it came up into a parkland just at the back of the building, some distance away from the building. I know about where the library is now. Look, I really don't know. I never ever saw where it was because it was a lawn area, and I never ever saw where the escape hatch was. But I would imagine, allowing for the building to crumble, it would have been some distance from the actual structure. To my knowledge, it was never ever used, and I don't know of anybody that even ever crawled up the tunnel. It was a very wet year when they were building that previous library, very wet year, and for some reason or other, when they discovered the exit to it, I'm assuming the builders thought it was a drain, and all the water was directed into the drain, and which came down the tunnel and flooded the basement, the air raid shelter and the basement area, which was a storage room then for old SEC paperwork, which they had to retain, people's bills and so on. They had to retain them for a certain number of years, and there was anything between 2, perhaps 3 foot of water in the basement for some time. The old building that was here was pulled down, the old market building, and there was quite a bit of correspondence, I think, and pressure on the council who owned the old market building, and the SEC wanted to acquire it to have a city office. And the old market building was pulled down. All those people that had businesses in that building, including my father and my grandfather, I don't think they were compensated in any way.